Namaste friends, and welcome to Bella Yoga and Health Coaching. We are about to begin our autumn complimentary meditation session. I encourage you to get comfy for a 30-minute meditation. So you might choose a supported supine position where you're relaxing on your back. You might choose a side lying position, particularly if you have a certain illness or you are pregnant. You might choose a seated meditation with proper support for your knees and ankles if you do plan on a 30-minute seated meditation. However, feel free to lie on back and relax. Make sure you have a blanket if you tend to get cold, and that you get all the wiggles out before we begin our meditation. We will be starting soon. This is Coach Nephie of Bella Yoga and Health Coaching. I'm very happy that you have been able to join us. Okay, friends, let's go ahead and light our incense and we will get started. Beautiful. Begin by tuning in to your breath, noticing what you can sense in your environment. Maybe you notice the temperature of the room, the quality of your breath, the texture of your clothing or mat. Fall is a time of letting go, of shedding the things that are no longer in service in our lives. Sometimes we carry things with us just out of habit, and fall is a season of being able to question, why am I bringing this with me? Maybe it's time to let this go, to let this leaf fall to the forest floor. So I want you to imagine that you are about to prepare for a long journey, perhaps a long time without the comforts that you were used to. And as you imagine this, as you prepare for that metaphorical winter, perhaps you see it as an opportunity to see what you want to bring with you, and an opportunity to embrace letting go of some of those things that have been burdening you. So see in your mind's eye a backpack, and fill that backpack with everything that is going on in your life, with everything that's a part of your present at this time. You get to choose the details of the backpack. Allow your imagination to run a little wild with that. Regardless, you bring that backpack up to your shoulders and you start to set out on your long journey. Setting out on your long journey, each step is each breath, moving forward into the next moment. You can choose the setting that you walk through. with each breath that you inhale and exhale as you take those steps on your long journey from fall through winter to next spring. Each breath a step. You might even imagine that you're moving through a beautiful fall forest, watching the colors as they change on the trees. The leaves move through their natural time and fall down onto the forest floor where they rest. Okay. You've been walking a while now, tuning into each breath, your step on your long journey from fall through winter to the eventual spring. That backpack you packed, that backpack of all of those present moments at the beginning of the meditation. Is there anything that you want to let go of? Something you don't want to carry forward? Maybe something jumps immediately to mind, and maybe nothing comes to the front of the mind at all. Maybe you just keep walking, tuning into the breath, each breath a step, through your fall, through that long winter, towards the eventual spring. We'll stay with this meditation for a good while longer. You might just flow with the breath, watching the inhale and the exhale. You might feel free to experiment with the visualization of each breath being your steps as you walk along that path through the fall woods. And you might decide, okay, maybe I'll give this a try. With that intentional step of choosing, oh, that's right, that past hurt is in my backpack. Maybe it's time to feel it and let it go. Or, oh, that's right, that grocery list is still coming to mind. Maybe it's time to just let that go for now, knowing that I'll make my grocery list when it's time to go to the store. A big thing or a small thing, a common distractor, or perhaps something that you've been carrying for a long time. Everything is up for grabs in that backpack that you packed at the beginning of the meditation. Each breath a step as you move forward through the forest, watching the beautiful fall leaves change color. You intentionally re-choosing what you want in this present moment, what you want to have packed in your backpack at this time, as you move forward through the long winter towards the eventual spring. Leaves are falling, branches are being pruned. May all that has become burdensome or unnecessary on your journey fade away. If at any time this meditation of having each breath be a metaphorical step along that path through the fall woods, on a long journey through winter to spring, if any time it becomes too much or you no longer want to follow it, no worries. It's up to you what you choose to do with this time, and you can always return back to your simple breath, watching the inhale as it enters the lungs, and watching the exhale as it leaves the lungs. Perhaps you're still following that meditation, exploring that journey through fall, on your long journey through winter to the eventual spring. And you're starting to wonder, all these present moments that I packed in my backpack, I'm scared to get rid of them. What if I do let go of this idea of not being able to speak up to myself, for not being able to speak up for myself? What would happen if I let that idea go and I started to embrace this idea, allow space for this idea of being able to speak up for myself? Or maybe it's a different fear. Maybe it could be, oh, what if I let all of these things go, whatever they are, the emotions, the thoughts, the baggage of whatever those past present moments were. What if I start to let those go, to take those out of my backpack so I have more space for the journey forward? Who will I be then? It could be anything. I'm bringing up two common things that many of us wrestle with in life. So if you're running into that, where that backpack is crammed full of all this stuff from the past, and you're afraid to be like the tall, strong oak tree that lets its leaves fall, that lets its leaves meet their rest at the ground, so that way in spring there's space for the new leaves. If you're afraid to be like that tree, maybe you take a seat on that path that you're walking and you watch the tree, getting curious about that tall, old oak tree that's gone through so many seasons, not afraid to let its leaves fall to the ground, knowing that each leaf had its time, and next year there will be many new budding leaves that will embrace their time. Wherever you are in this meditation, whether you've returned to the inhale and the exhale, noticing the flow of the breath, whether you're watching your breath along with watching that tall old oak tree, be courageous and allow those leaves to fall. Allow the letting go. Or whether you're still walking that path, that long journey of fall that goes into winter towards the eventual spring, allowing each breath to be your step forward. Intentionally choosing what to keep in your backpack that you've packed for your long journey. Intentionally choosing what to let go of, so that way there's more space as you move towards spring. Wherever you are in the meditation, let's all think on this together. Fall is an inward journey towards the sometimes merciless winter, let's be honest, and an inward journey through winter towards the opening of spring. I want you to dare yourself to dream of the person that you would like to be. And in order for you to be that person, what do you need to let go? I want you to dare yourself to dream of all the activities that you want to do now, in this present moment, going forward into your future. And don't be afraid to ask yourself, what activities do I need to let go of in order to be able to do those activities that I want to do? And I want you to dare yourself to dream of the environment that you thrive in most. The people that are around you, what your home might be like, what your work might be like, and what you need to let go of in order to make space for that reality to come true. The tall old oak tree cannot have spring if it refuses to move through fall. And lastly, I want you to dare yourself to dream of the love that you could know. The love that you would have for yourself, for your friends, for your family, for all the other humans on the planet, even the enemies on the planet, the love that you could know for yourself and all of them. But what do you need to let go of in order to feel that love, to know that love, to be that love? You have a few moments here to think on those in your own mind, and if you don't want to, you can just tune back into your own breath and let your mind go where you want your mind to go. Sometimes the scariest thing is letting go of the things that are in our way of our own happiness. Now that we've all had some time to think about what we would dare to dream of for our ability to feel love, our environment that would lift us up, our activities that we want to do, and the people that we would like to be. Now that we've had some time to dare to dream about those things and identify some of the things that we want to let go of, some of the things that are in the way of those things, I invite each of us to now sit on the bench in front of that tall oak tree. And you might imagine that you're alone on the bench, or that you have someone that you love beside you, or maybe many people that you love beside you. See in your mind's eye this tall old oak tree. Feel the bench beneath you. And as you tune into your breath, start to imagine these leaves. The leaves of the tall old oak tree. So beautiful with the fall colors. And some leaves, brown and without water, ready to fall to their rest on the forest floor. Just like we practiced, taking out things that we're ready to let go of out of that backpack. Maybe you watch one of those leaves start to break off the branch and glide down on the air to the forest floor where it settles. And maybe you watch another leaf ready to fall, ready to leave the tree. And you see that leaf as something that you're ready to let go of too, whatever that might be for you. And you watch that leaf, that thing, whatever it might be, that you're ready to let go of, break off the branch, and gently swim down to the forest floor. Knowing that now there's space for something new to take its place in spring. You can stay with that meditation as long as you would like. Knowing that leaves don't stay on the tree forever. And it's okay for there to be change. It's okay for things to be let go of. It's okay for there to be space created for what might come next. it is time to start letting go of this meditation. We have a few more minutes, and with those few minutes, you might choose to do a meditation technique that you would like to make sure that you do today. If nothing comes to mind, we will all return back to the inhale and the exhale. Turning in and watching the natural wave of the breath. Noticing the inhale as it fills the lungs. The cool, crisp inhale. And noticing the exhale as it leaves the lungs. The warm exhale. The inhale and the exhale. Life cannot be all inhale. It cannot be only spring and summer. For there to be a new inhale, we must allow the exhale, the natural letting go of fall and winter. Stay with the breath. This has been Coach Nephie of Bella Yoga and Health Coaching. I hope you enjoyed today's meditation in the spirit of autumn. You might choose to remain on your mat and continue to meditate. If you would like, you can start to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers, starting to wake up. You may find a comfortable seat. Bringing your hands to prayer at your heart. To each and every one of you, thank you for tuning in. And in your own time, may your practice close. The divine light in me honors and recognizes the divine light in you. Namaste.